Hey guys, welcome to the lecture series on ethical hacking. So in this video, we'll be mainly talking about the distributed denial of service attacks. In the last video, we had discussed about the DOS attacks. So in those things, I had given some sort of introduction to the DDoS attacks also. So in detail, we'll be learning about how these attacks will be occurred, what are the different type of tools that has been available, and how the countermeasures has to be implemented as a part of the ethical hacking. First of all, going with the distributed denial of service attack. So it works similar to that of the DOS attacks, making the server busy, or else compromising the server. Okay, compromising the resources at the network, or else at the server level. Okay, so here, if the request has been initiated from a single source, it will be called as a DOS. If this attack has been initiated from multiple sources, from multiple networks, then we will be calling it as a denial of service attacks. Okay, these will be launched using many systems in a single instant of time via multiple locations, via multiple networks. So these DDoS attacks are very much hard to identify, and these will be easily to implement by using the botnets. Here in the case of botnets, as I discussed in the previous videos also, the attacker will be compromising the entire systems which has been present in some sort of networks or in a single network, and from those particular networks, from those particular systems, the attacker will be campaigning or also gushing millions of requests, making network busy by pumping massive traffic into the network and making server busy also. Okay, they will be mainly targeting the resources of the server. Okay, so once this excessive request has been getting at the receiver side, at the server side, automatically server will become busy. Okay, there will be a certain slow performance, maybe there is a chance for the downtime also. And not only affecting the system resources at the server side, it will be affecting the exact usage of the bandwidth. Okay, there is a chance of having the congestion in my network also. So as I said, it is very much difficult to detect and more mitigate these type of attacks. Why? Because if I am getting the request from a single source or some sort of known sources, we can somehow implement the firewalls and we can stop these particular gush of requests not to enter into our network. But here we can't predict the entire networks, our network, our multiple terminals may be getting compromised via using the botnets and making huge number of requests. Okay, because of these, performance may be degraded, downtime may be there. Okay, and the resources will not be available for me whenever I am in need of. Okay, these are the different type of chances for having the DDoS attacks. And the tools that will be used for the attackers is, first thing is nothing but to have a large scale attacks. They will be pumping or they will be generating massive traffic into the network from multiple sources. And they will be using different type of botnets, not only a single network, compromising multiple networks, compromising multiple systems in multiple networks, and from there making the multiple requests, making the server busy. The popular examples are nothing but the LYC and more HYC. These are the generally these particular tools are generally used. You can have the analysis on these applications. And different attack methods are supported. Okay, they will be using the synchronous flood attacks, UDP attacks, HTTP flood attacks. Different type of methods can be implemented to have the DDoS attacks. And mainly, it will be used to have both the malicious or also testing scenarios. In such a manner that suppose the attacker, what he will be doing, they will be using different type of security testings or also stress testing to evaluate the system resilience. Okay, to analyze what is the capability of that particular system performance. All these things can be analyzed by using different type of testing scenarios. So not to have these things in my network, we will be using different type of countermeasures, whether we are going with the botnets, DDoS or also DOS. Always better to go with the different type of packet filtering routing mechanisms. Always filter the packets. Okay, once we are getting same request from same system, okay, try to avoid those things. better to use a high sophisticated firewall mechanism with a high secured packet filtering router mechanisms, not to have more number of requests in a single instant of time from a single system. Always go to use the intrusion detection more or prevention mechanisms. Maintain the proper load balancing and moreover try to avoid the redundancy. So in my network also load balancing mechanism has to be implemented. Okay, we have to maintain clear network buffers when multiple requests has been gushing into the network. Temporarily hold that particular request at the network level and there periodically to maintain the flow control, pump the request to the server. So the server to its capability, it will be serving the required request. But generally in the case of DOS attacks, beyond the network capacity also, there is a chance the attacker will be pumping huge amount of requests from multiple servers. Okay, at that particular situation, it is very much hard to handle high load to ensure the service availability. We should maintain a secure system configuration, regularly updates with the recent applications like softwares or else patches and different type of things. Not to have the vulnerabilities, not to have the attacks into my network. Always use different type of anti-DDoS services that has been available. Always monitor the required network. If there is a chance of having the more number of requests beyond the threshold limit, not to enter those particular requests into the network buffers. There itself try to discard those requests in order to maintain the proper network availability and moreover proper system responses. So this is how we are going to avoid the DDoS, and how these things will be occurred and what are the different type of countermeasures can be implemented. Thank you.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe VNR Digital Learning Resource YouTube channel.